Well, I'm still depatching, but I might as well just turn the cameras on instead of having a blank screen of blankness. It's only so much that you can watch the galaxy swirling around in all of its galactic majesty. Oh god, they're so tangled. What did I thought I had the shorties. Okay, no, there's the shorties. Shorties and super shorties. Alright, and then yellows. There's yellows. Greens. Green, 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 green. Green, green, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you green. The more you green, the better you green. So green, green, green with the green, green, green. Okay, these guys have to go out of there. Drums. Parallel processed through a filter and direct. Red, 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 red. Lots and lots of reds. Oodles and tons of reds. All of those reds. These reds. Those reds. Oh. Big red. Small red. Very, very small red. That guy, gone. Yeah, you. Fortunately, yeah. You kind of have to do this before you start installing new stuff. Especially in this case, because this whole bottom row is going to be basically taken apart. I am considering moving the vector over also. Like, if there was ever a good day to do that, it might be today, but I don't. That's not something I would choose to subject people to. Although, to be honest, the fact that I have Z-rails and not sliding nuts does make it a heck of a lot easier to do that. Basically be moving the vector from here to like and putting all this junk over there. So it's more centralized, closer to the oscillators, since that's where, you know, all of the information is going to go for the pitch CV and stuff. As it is, the only real issue I have workflow wise is just like, oh, I have to use a really long cable to get to an oscillator if I'm on voice 1 and 2. Which, I mean, honestly, it's not a big deal, you know, is what I'm trying to say inelegantly. My English is, how do you say inelegant? I would like to have a frank discussion. No. How about an energetic exchange of ideas? No. Blues. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Stay on target. Boom. Hey, Chris. You win the award for the most timely appearance in the chat. Okay, and purples. Boom, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Purples, 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 purples. And a couple of black cables in there as well. But those are clocks, and we're going to need to remove those anyways. In fact, we're going to need to remove all of our clock cables, because one of the modules I'm putting in is Pam's new Workout Pro, which is kind of cool. So, how am I going to do this? That is the big question. So, yeah, one of the issues here is like, will I have enough clock with just that as my master clock down here? And I think I should. The only thing that's vaguely, very vaguely a concern is the clock at the top here, because there's a lot of stuff up there that I typically clock as well. You know, the maestro, the clock divider, the sequencer, and then occasionally a branch off into marbles, and then obviously the vector. So that's like potentially 5 devices right there. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that as easily. But I think what I'm gonna do is basically kind of declare output number 8 as like my remote clock, and then I'm just going to run a cable up and back around and just pop it into a mult and do the same exact thing. Where is my... Ha! That's what I need. All right, so a couple of things. First of all, I'm going to move the motion meter over to the outside, which is probably a good idea anyways. It makes those knobs more accessible. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Where is the... Oh, for fuck's sake. It's way... Can't quite. There we go. God. Barely the tip of my fingers. Oh, son of a bitch. It's a stripped out Nurley is what that is. Fucking fuck. Okay. Get this. We are sorry. That is the wrong side. What I need is a straight bit. There we go. A nice thin one. Since Nurleys also have a notch in them for standard. There we go. Bam, broke it loose. All right, so then what I'm going to do is basically just go shoop. This is going to be a problem installing the cable for this thing. So I'm going to have to remove at least probably the neutron just to be able to kind of get in there, which I hate. I really hate it when you get landlocked and you have to pull things in order to install new things. That's kind of lame. But what are you going to do? It's only one thing you can do. Burn the earth. Start fresh with the monkeys. I didn't make up the rules. Just enforcing them. Okay. All right, there's the motion meter. Gonk. In. And more stripped. And in. And there. Okay. First module for the day, if we can get it installed, is this little guy. It's a little bitty state variable filter. Look. Isn't it cute? It's so darling. It's lovely. Right? It's very, very nice. But yeah, there's no possible way that we can get that in there without pulling other stuff out. So, boo. I wonder if I should pull out the cloud terrarium instead, because that automatically gives me more room Yeah, let's do that. I think it's going to work better. Instead of, if I pull the neutron filter, like I barely be able to get my hand through there to plug stuff in. And it might be fine, might be totally fine. But I might also have to just start pulling more modules, and that would be annoying. So let's just get the big one. That's not supremely close to where we need it to be, but it's close enough for rock and roll, as they say. Nobody says that. I say that. I'm about the only one that says that. Okay. Are you going to be cool if we just hang you there? Are you cool? Yeah, I'm cool. All right. So then, right, we go and like... Oh, wait. There is an empty header right there. I can feel it, but I can't easily access it until I flip a couple of these cables around. Okay, am I in it or am I on? No, that's an occupied one. Okay. It's lined up correctly. Right? Yeah. Okay, motherfucker, get in there. What are you doing? Got it. There we go. Okay. There. Which gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it looks like about 8 HP in 1 U space. There are little tiny sequencers that are just like, that's about the size that they are too. And I am very curious about said sequencers. I think Robin Vincent had 1 or 2 in his system. These little tiny, they're like purple, I think. And they just had little bitty sliders on them. And I was like, that'd be a fun little device. Because, you know, you can always use a little mini sequencer for something. All right. Oh, we might as well install the other ones too. Oh no. Oh no, I've dropped an early. Oh no. I'll never find it again. And never again. It's gone forever. Probably a handful of knurlies on the floor. They're just blending in with the carpet. If I run a vacuum cleaner, it will suck them up and they will explode out through the vacuum cleaner and kill everybody. This is the power of the knurly. See, you know, this is like, oh, it's 1U, it's IntelliGel format and so on. But it is a tight frickin' fit. And I always think, like, is this really an IntelliGel format? Like, is there a height difference? What's the dilly? Now, the IntelliGel module fits, but I could not put multiple screws in this Zork strip on the top row. None of them line up. And, you know, that's weird. Hey, Jason. Oh, yeah. Is that still... I didn't even know that was still active. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Would that be The man of gills? The man with the gills? Jason, the man who can breathe underwater? Because he is Gillman. It's a neat trick. Everybody watch The Boys. One guy in there, the Deep, who's like, you know, their version of Aquaman. And he's just a hilariously sad character. Alright, there's module number 1. Module number 2 is this little guy. This little bitty guy. There we go. We got ourselves a Pam's Workout Pro. And I think this one actually came with knockoff knurlies, so I might as well use those, right? ALM Busy Circuits knockoff knurlies brand. But it only comes with 2. Oh, there's only 2 holes in it, so cool. Perfect. And there's those people that are like, you have to have all matching screws in your Eurorack. I'm not one of those people. Okay. So, let's see. Nope, that's upside down, which means that the red line is labeled. Good. And it's not that way. That would be the wrong way. I noticed there's multiple expanders for this thing, and that's, like, kind of annoying, because this is motherfucking landlocked right now. That thing's it's going nowhere. We're not adding anything to it, because there's nowhere for it to go. Oh, I'm going to try PAMS Pro right away. I mean, that's kind of the point of today. You know? Rerouting and wiring. Okay, I'm going to not use these screws. I'm going to use something else because I cannot quite get them seated, and the heads are very, very, very small. They're very small, they're very tiny, and they're not really lining up very well, which is unfortunate. It's okay, because... yeah, I am intrigued after watching more stuff. See, this thing won't go in either. It's like this whole module is just slightly too short, and I cannot get a screw in. What the fuck, man? I hate that shit. What is not lined up? Is it my rails? Because everything else worked. This one just won't go in. The holes don't line up, and like, great, thanks. Like, I don't understand that. This shit's standardized. Here are your measurements. Make them happen. Oh, you have tolerances? Well, don't make them suck. Make your tolerances better. Crabby, crab. But seriously, I can't even get a frickin' screw in here to install this thing. Like, what the hell? What total BS? Like, I can get one. I can get either the bottom one or the top one. So I guess it's going to be the bottom one, because that's where most of the plugs are going to go in. It's total BS, and I hate it. Hate it so very, very much. What if I just crammed down on this thing? Just absolutely... You think the front panel jacks will be able to take a couple 100 pounds of lateral pressure before breaking? And then just cinch the crap out of the screw and hope for the best? Here goes, brute force. Nothing like... Nope, that didn't do the trick. Oh, that one did, though. My screwdriver's like, help me! There we go. Okay. Now, the last thing is I do want to put this mult in the top row. I think. I think. Maybe not. I do have a mult up there. You know? So, like, maybe, just maybe, that will work. All right, we're going to pull cables and clock from a few places here. Shit put away. Get that stuff all ready to go. Okay, why is there a super duper long cable on the ground? Oh. Cannot quite reach it. Nope, that's my headphone cable. God damn it. I mean, I'm a pretty flexible person. It's just weird to me that I can't lean over and pick something up off of the ground when I'm in this stool. Do we need the mult? I don't know if I do or not. I don't think so. So I'm going to run, let's see here. I'm going to run one cable. These guys don't need to be there anymore at all. All right. So if I run one really long cable from output number 8, let's say. All right. Snake it through the effect sends so that it's just out of the way completely. All right. And then if we bring it up top like that. Wonder if we can just kind of shove it back there and it'll kind of stay. All right, so then we've got a multiple going out to the vector. We've got one going into the maestro, and that's being propagated into the sequencer. And we've got another one here that goes to marbles. I am going to need, well, let's try this out and see what happens. Boom. Pams. Cool. Right on. Oh, nice. This filter has a plus 6 dB gain, like built in. Band pass, notch, or low pass or high pass. Very cool. It's got two CV ins, which is very, very nice. Okay. So, all right. Now, dude, just load already. Like, you don't need to take that long to load. Got a bunch of random shit stuck in the R bar here. Just gonna do that and then turn it off. Spray things. Now you're off. Okay. So clock. What are we doing here? Let's set it to like 110. What else we got? 1, 2. Okay. So here's the deal, right? The melodicers, I guess, they kind of like a... No, let's put these on the bottom row. Let's put them in 5 and 6. And then we'll put the SIG in 7. Wait, who's loose? Who's loose? Oh, you. You are super loose. Because I loosened you to install the other bro. Okay, the dot sequencer, let's go like 1, 2, 3. So this is 5, 6, 7. No, it's not 7. Yeah, 7. And then this is going to be, I guess, 4. And then 3. Okay. So let's see here. Number 3 is going to need a 16th note clock, so we'll just give it times 4 output. Number 4, also a 16th note output. But this is so easily configurable from here that I really, really dig it. Same thing. 8, we're going to give it a 16th note clock. 7, that is the sig. Same thing. 6 and 5, I'm going to keep them at quarter note clocks for now because that's what the melodizers like. Now, the only thing is using swing. If I decide to go swing, I'm going to have to change those probably to 16th note clocks and then change the setting on these to 16th note clock because you can do that, right? Parts per quarter note, you can switch the clock input to from 1 to 4 to 24. Oh, and you decided to just fall and not be hooked up there anymore. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, the question is, let's just hit run. Boom. Everything is running. Is the vector getting a clock? Yes, it is. Now, what if, does the clock come out of here too? Do I get, because this is another mult right here, but I don't know if I have to propagate the beta output. It looks like I do. That's really unfortunate. Let's try it with this first of all. Does this do anything? No. So, how do we, okay, well, here's what we do, right? I can take the clock from here, pop it into the beta, and then I've got 3 more clock outputs, 1 for here, 1 for here, and maybe even 1 for the Turing machine. Okay, that works. No, it doesn't, it looks like, which is kind of one of the reasons I was going to put that other mult up there. What I really need right now are just better cables for this. I'd like to get some like black tendrils and actually just like run cable, you know, decently instead of like a freaking madman like I am right now where everything is just everywhere. So trigger in, bam, there we go. We're all synced. That's all good to go. Marbles is doing its marbly thing. But I don't really need that right now. I only clock marbles when I need to, and that's, you know, I don't use it all the time, certainly. So, so as most people will use like the PAMs to actually generate their patterns and stuff, that's not necessarily a thing that I'm going to be doing all the time. Now, how do I get into like the menus? I mean, it would be probably good if I read the manual. There we go. Input, clock, external clock. Okay, input, run, UI theme. That's what I want to change. Isn't there one that's like all nice and like back? This one is purple. I like purple. Purple's good. Okay, UI theme. But I do like, there was one that was like this one, basic, where it's like all backlit. I'm going to save bank. Like so. Okay. So, running, there it is. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, that looks like it's all good to go. So like stuff like this cable just being here, like right in front, is kind of annoying. Like it's sort of just in the way of addressing the knobs. So it would be good to have some right angle cables for a few of these things. Actually, you know what? Here's what we can do, right? We can swap this guy out. Let's swap that cable out for the probability generator there. And then we'll use a nice happy right angle-y doowacky here. And we'll thread him. Should we go under? Can it reach? Is it going to be irritating? No, that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Loop it around the thing, the little knurly right there, and that kind of keeps it out of the way. I would like to do the same thing with these as well, you know, to have like actual measured cable lengths and just like right angle cables all the way along will be kind of cool. Okay, well, let's try out this here filter, first of all. That's kind of my first mission. Um, I'm not going to go digging a huge amount into Pam's today. But I probably will at some point, right? Because, like, okay, how do I change the thing into, okay, so if I go to modifier 1 and I hold click, shape, there we go. So we've got shape, width, we've got levels, offset, probability, and that's when we start getting into the Euclidean steps, quantizing. It's even got a little bitty scope on it. That's kind of nice. That's very nifty. Okay, so we don't really need any of that stuff right now. Let's just fire up a dicer and an oscillator. And an envelope. All right, and then output into input, envelope into FM, and then low pass output into a mono channel. Mono. oh, you know what? I will need a clock on channel 2 and channel 1 because I need one for the subharmonicon too. It occurs to me that I could actually. What's this 2.6 times? Why 2.6 times? Why is that an option? What does that mean? So there, channel 1 is going to the subharmonicon eventually. It's not even on right now, so it's not really going to do much. But the other guy, channel 2, should go to the imitor, the Versio. But, fortunately, I'm all out of, like, nice, stealthy black cables. So we're going to have to just throw the tap with a purple. And it's not long enough. Because, of course, it isn't. Damn it. This one should be fine. Barely. All right, there we go. Yeah, I can just put it in. Just put in yonder Pam's Pro. Oh wait, I still have 2 more right angle cables here. What am I doing? I'm doing stupid things. That's what. So this should be like right angled somehow. It's actually too long though. It's gonna be extra long cable like hanging out all over the place here. Like, oh, that's useful. Good thing you got that right angle cable. And now it's in everything's way. God damn it. Okay. Well, for one thing, I do want a cable going to the Turing machine, but that's completely stupid. All right, we're gonna have to go buy some custom length tendrils or something, and do this right. The other thing I thought was, you can run an external clock into the data, and then the data becomes just a clock divider, multiplier, or whatever, and you can redistribute it from up there, and basically the same damn thing, Anyways, where was I? I was here. Got some bass. Got some balls. Yeah, if black panels were available, I would have gotten it. Okay, how's your high pass? Now, if we put soft clipping on, then what happens? It's fine. It's fine. Bandpass notch filter. No resonance. Right now it's on a notch filter. But if we do bandpass, so it's not a bad sound. You know, it's okay. Now, plus 6 dB gain. I don't know if I notice. There it is without. Okay, let's put it in low pass, because it'll be a little easier here. Oh, there it is. It's the input. It's driving it. I think it's like 100, 120 or something. Not expensive. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the sound is... It's an average mono anodyne filter, right? There's no personality particularly to it, but it sounds fine. It sounds good. Now it also has a soft clip feature. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do something about this cable. No, actually, it just goes behind. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. Because I'm dumb. Yeah, and the funny thing is, you know, it's just like, oh, it's a PAMS. Like, I'm not going to use it for much other than clock. Because right next to it is Euclidean, you know, sequencer and the probabilistic generator and all of the stuff that I use for various rhythmic hijinks. Yeah, it's probably time for some quad drum. Let's do that. Seems like a good idea. And a good idea is a good idea. Yeah, this is the weird thing. The swing on this thing, it's really odd. It doesn't exactly work too terribly well. But I will tell you, here's the thing, right? So now that I have my oscilloscope actually open and usable, we can do stuff like, hey, let's take the 1 volt per state CV out and run it into the yellow trace and see what it does. And it looks to me like it just makes little bitty tiny little traces here and there, and I don't really get it. Okay, what about the actual CV outs? See, that's more like it. That's actually giving some shape, right? So like if I put that into the oscillator here and I stuck this on So I'm doing some investigative work here. So if I change the probability on that number one thing, here, I'll give you a little bit of an idea of what the heck I'm even looking at up here. As I knock over everything on my desk, because it's all tangled. So the yellow trace is the CV output. Now that's not the trigger output. It actually has a CV output. If I turn it down, if I turn down the probability for that particular channel, it doesn't change the CV output, which is kind of fascinating. Wait, I turned it up all the way, and now it's hardly moving at all. What? What? Okay, that doesn't make sense. I'm going to have to read some more. All right, that's wild. Now, if I put it on lock, I should be able to lock it into a sequence. Will it actually lock those voltages into a sequence? Do we see any, like, recurring figures? I think it is. I think it is. Yeah. So, yeah, this is the ADAC probabilistic generator that I'm messing with here, and it has some interesting stuff with it. It's basically got 4 channels. You select the probability of when it hits on the knob, so like 0 to 100%, but they're cascading. So if I select 100% on the first one, it takes away from all of the other ones. There's nothing left for everything else to use. Yeah. It has a lot of modulators, but here's the thing. I bought this for clock. I'm going to use it for clock. I'm not going to use it for 49,000 other things. It's going to be a kind of a mono use. So yeah, I debated getting like an old PAMS because like, oh, you're just going to use it for clock. Like, who cares? Well, yeah, but then you have the possibilities. And then if I eventually, I don't know, maybe I'll upgrade it or change it out or something and do something completely different. Then I have that option, right? So there's that. Now the question is, did it save all of the stuff that I needed? Needs to save all A1, A2, A3, A4. Let's just save it in A1. So hopefully that saves the whole state of all of the outputs. And I know it is persistent, which is nice. More manufacturers need to use that non-volatile memory. Like, come on, do your thing, Okay. So let's get some drums programmed and going here and see what we can do. Again, it's, I don't know, man. I feel weird because it's like, hey, you got this new thing. Oh yeah, I know, but it's not really going to change anything. I mean, it really kind of isn't. So I'm going to unhook that thing just for now, and yeah, as we'll reset some mixer channels here too. Turn down sends and do all the things. Okay. Output left. And output right. Like, are you triggering, bro? Bro, are you even oh, because I've got you in the wrong, completely in the wrong place. There's our kick drum. So then if I took outputs of like it's a little excessive for that, right? I mean, honestly, you just need like... No, if we could be super dope and cool and be like, hey, let's take the output from number 1 and put it into the CV inputs of... and do that. So that's kind of crazy. I mean, you know? Now what I dig is putting the CV in here from the output, so that makes it... Hey, Jojo. Pretty accurate. Works pretty good, right? There we go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, now we could, of course, change what we're doing. Sounds like all hi-hats. Random melodic blurbs. This is snares and stuff. So there's about 20 samples in each of these, and as you scroll through the mod knob, you're scanning through the samples. So sometimes it's like the difference of like 2 or 3 degrees. Oh, there you go. I mean, like... Okay, and then let's add in a couple of random blips here. Let's add some T networks. See what we can do with 8th notes, 16th notes, and then like basically just throw 2 notes on here at like small levels so that it just kind of occasionally triggers. Because I don't want to go completely nutty with it. Let's just take the mix out from the T networks. have to get together with one of my tie-dyeing buddies. Yeah, you do raise a good point. We need a cowbell. That is in this guy. Voice 4. No, it's not. Just kidding. Is there nothing triggering it? Oh, I guess not. Yeah, let's change that up. There he is. Yes. No decay time, huh? That's weird. Let's Hello. Who got my cowbell? That ain't no cowbell. Next one, I bet. Maybe? See, that's more hi-hats. I would buy quad drum again. See, then we just get into really weird shit at this point. Okay, well, I guess the cowbell that's in here, that's like this, the actual, this one, you know? Way too loud. There we go. I like how everything is hands-on and just like right there in the thing. You know, it's very, very nifty. Send it the 2-finger ticka. That ain't gonna happen. So yeah, this is between the dot sequencer, having Euclidean and XOX possibilities, right? Probabilistic generator, even using the SIG for drum parts, nothing wrong with that at all. There's a lot of flexibility here, and I don't need to use PAMs to generate patterns or do anything else. Like, I just want it to be a clock, like that's it, right? And just nope, we stopped to the clock and everything broke. Now, here is the question. Let's say one were to, maybe here. You know what? This is going to be a better idea, I think. Now it's just going to go straight across, like the front of everything. Yeah, that's probably going to work better. Just to not be right in the front of the vector. I do not have the DFAM. Francisco's got a DFAM. Tell us what you think. I think he loves it. He loves the DFAM. I got to make sure I kind of watch my text messages though. Although it's not close to being time here. Okay, hooray, I got some new dies. Huzzah, that makes me happy. Okay. Yeah, I love, I love the subharmonicon, but for like kind of different reasons. I mean, I love the fact that I can use it as like a polyphonic, potentially voice, which, given other stuff in here, yeah, I don't have a strong opinion on the DFAM, and I'm very careful about that because I did play it at KnobCon about like when they first introduced it, and I was like, I couldn't get any sound from it. I was like, okay, this is really fucking dumb, and everybody's like spooging all over it, and I'm just like, okay, it goes. But that's a stupid opinion when you have like literally 2 minutes spent with it, and you're basically just playing whatever is already there, and so in other words, I have no real opinion because that would be stupid. I could make something up if you like. But yeah, I mean, me and the subharmonicon, we're like good buddies here, Speaking of which. So, and that's kind of the cool thing about the quad drum is rather than controlling stuff with the mixer, you can just hit the mutes like directly on it. I've seen his stuff, Tom. Yeah, it's good stuff. This would be interesting. Okay. So we've got, let's look at output number 1. Can I give it a half speed clock? Yes, I can. And it stays perfectly synchronized. So then I could put like quarter note outputs or like half note outputs on this thing, right? And then like extend it, essentially, like extend the timing of it so that it's not just a one measure sequence. So this is the kind of flexibility that I was hoping for, right? So specific outputs, whereas before I had multiple things hooked to a mult that were all coming from one output from the data. I had either a quarter note clock or a 16th note clock. Well, now it's like every single thing is infinitely configurable. So I should be able to do some pretty cool stuff with that. Should we experiment with some swing? No, I need to read more. I need to read the fucking manual because I haven't done that yet. I've watched a few videos. I mean, I know generally like about navigation and stuff, but not much more than that. I know it's not difficult. I'm sure you just push the button and scroll through and then it'll just show up, right? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Let's, I'm going to do let's see. Let's run this through the neutron. And, well, I'm going to use the whatchamajig. You know, the whatchamajig with the doowacky thingamabob. All of that. The purple cables. Precious purple cables. No, we're going to just run Cloud Terrarium into that there dude. Right. And we're going to go, is this going to reach? Are you going to reach? You're going to not reach. You're going to barely reach and make me nervous. Yeah, let's not do that. Right. Dropping cables all over the place. All right. Okay, so you should be on a nice slow attack. Okay, and then some smooth modulation going there. Let's change this model. Different filter model. Come on, do your thing. Play your note. Doing. No, I don't want another vocal octave because there's no control. Longer variation rhythms? Yeah. I'm going to attempt a sort of a Vangelis-y sounding. Just kidding. That's better. Instant horror movie. Well, this isn't much of a jam. Today's goal was basically just to get a couple of things installed, play around with them a little bit. You know what I A little soft filter might be a good idea, you know? So, you know, the problem is I still have not figured out how to actually properly send all of these sounds to all of their individual outputs. It's an issue. It's definitely a thing. And it's kind of annoying. I'm like, why? Like, this output isn't doing anything. These extra two outputs, they're not doing anything right now. And I don't get why. I've tried messing with the whole fade and pan, and I kind of just got frustrated and gave up. And so the snare does not have its own output. It's hanging out with the hi-hats. You know? And then, like, those both are on the same output. Or, sorry, no, it's the snare and the cowbell. Yeah. So, you know, it's frustrating. I need to just sit down and actually take the time and figure that out. Which is what I would have done tonight, but unfortunately I have some friends coming and they're like, oh, let's do a jam session tonight. I'm like, okay, I guess. It's fine. It's been a long time. I haven't done that. But, yeah, it's It's on my to-do list. As incredibly helpful as that is. I wonder if these little guys will fit, because they're a little bit small. Nope, just kidding, they won't. Not even close. Huh. Yeah, I don't really like these screws at all, actually. Okay, so let me see here. Quad drum cheat sheet. Does this actually show me how to do the panning and the output? I don't think it does, because that depends on the expander. I don't know if you can hear people yelling. Yeah, unfortunately, this does not cover the expander stuff. Did I have an actual, no, I don't, because I'm dumb. Quad, VPME, quad drum, wow, expander, QEX, I should have put VPME, QEX expander. QEX manual. There we go. Quad drum voice expander. Manual. Manuel. Hola. I am the manual. Okay. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of arcane shit, and he did like... Yeah, somebody's in the hall yelling. I don't know what's happening. And, it's concerning. Oh no. My headphone cable is shorting out. Time for new headphones. That was a joke, by the way. Sort of. I've been thinking about getting another set here. These are okay. They're all right, but they're not amazing. All right, mixer, pan, EQ compressor with QEX. Also seeing QEX value. 4 output channels. The default channel assignment mimics a car radio with 4 speakers and a pan and fade control. Okay, I get it. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay. Pan controls the placement of the voice left and right. Fade is in front and back. Okay. So I guess what I really need to do is basically plug in one of these outputs into like output 4, right? And then just get it to work already. Because I would just like 1, 2, 3, 4 to come out of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like, is that so hard to do? I guess it is. So this is going to be voice 4, which is the cowbell. I want to make sure that that is... Yeah, oh yeah, I'm definitely running 1.1 firmware. Yeah, absolutely. I already checked on that. In fact, I installed it over. Here is the part that is annoying. If you look at this thing that says QEX settings, right? It's got these overlapping colors and stuff. Like, okay, enter settings with encoder long press, and then, okay, with encoder long press. All. And then you press one of the QEX buttons. Okay. That didn't do anything. It just went back to normal. See, this is the thing. So the directions that are on here are kind of arcane and stupid. They're just not good directions. Do I have to do this in mix settings? Probably. See, like, what did that do? That did something. That did something else. There. That's the thing. But, like, what's it doing? I don't know. I don't know what it's doing. It's like it goes green, and this doesn't look like the picture that they're showing. See, this is the thing that pisses me off. Like, I get frustrated. I'm already frustrated. Like, I've literally been trying to do this for a minute, and I already want to, like, break it and walk away. Because to me, there is absolutely no reason that this shouldn't be more clear, right? So if I switch to each of these, like, what is this doing? It's just highlighting the thing, and then if I go here, then what's it doing? It's not doing anything. You know? It's like it's mixing it or something. And car, okay. Oh, car radio. I think that's what that is. So what does that mean? Does that mean that... Now what? QEX mix mode, car radio. Outputs are assigned as... Okay, how the fuck do you do it, though? You know? How do you do it? Do you actually change it? Fuck's sake. Yeah, it's really frustrating. And you have to, like, go back up to the top and read how to actually do the thing. So, but it doesn't tell you how to do the thing. Like, what do I have to hold? I have to hold something and do something, but that's listed in 3 different locations in the manual. Like, literally, I'm not even joking. So, put the toggle switch in the middle position mix. It's already there. 4 LED buttons on QD or QEX show the currently selected voice. Okay. But, like... So, if I do the same for these other ones, what is it doing? I don't know what it's doing right now. You know? Like, I'm trying to put this into, like, car mix mode for all of these, and it doesn't seem like that actually works that way. It feels like it's doing something completely different. See, now it's like that was for everything, I have a feeling. Okay. So, here we are. We're in the thing. We're doing the thing. Okay. So... LED circle. Okay, press and hold the LED buttons on QD to access the pan level. Press and hold the LED buttons. Press and hold QEX. Okay, so this is going to be pan, and I want it panned all the way to the right. Now, if I do this, this should be the fade. And if I fade it all the way to the right, it ought to be playing right now. I ought to be hearing it from somewhere. See, this is exactly what I mean. I've changed the settings. I've done all of the things. It's still putting it out in exactly the same place. It hasn't changed anything at all. So, what the fuck? I'm either doing something wrong, which is 100% possible, or it's just an asshole. Oh, wait. Well, there it is. That's panned right. Okay, now what about the fade? No, that is the fade. Pan. There it is. Okay. I solved it. I solved one of them. All right. So all the way to the right is going to these 2 outputs. So what I need to do is go and hit this one, and we need to go... All right, that's level, right? This is... I don't know what that's doing. It's doing something bad. All right, I want this output to be just voice 3 and 4. Okay. Well, the lame part is, you know, doing this now while everybody is attempting to watch. So this is going to go all the way over here, right? And then this is going to be... Oh, wrong one. Dang it. I think I just screwed it up. So I want this left side, but I want it to be all the way there. Hello? You're not doing the thing. Oh, it's muted. So this is the mix. This is the fade. It should be all the way to this side, which means it should be coming out of here. But here, what's it doing? It's... What's that? Like, what's that? Like, what was that? Do I have to be in, like, mix mode? And, like, hold this? What are you doing? I don't know what it's doing. I have no idea. What's the little pink guy flashing? What is happening? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. I just panned it to the same exact place as the cowbell. Oh, and it's going to the same output as the cowbell, so that does make sense. It should be going to the left side, and it should be going to... It should be going to that output, but it's just not. It's not going to that output. So this is what I don't understand, right? No matter what I do, okay, if I put it here, and then I say, let's go to the... So, like, where's the left and right side? Okay, that's working. That's going... See, that's the same pan, though. Look, it's the same amount of pan all the way to the right. So, what? And that's actually coming out of its own separate... No, it's not. It's coming out of two different outputs. Got it. There it is. There we go. That's it. That fixed it. Jesus, Lowell. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. It's extraordinarily weird. Here, like, I mean, if you saw the manual, like, here's the manual. Right? This is just like talking about installing it and stuff, like what it can do. And then like, here's the actual like settings stuff with the toggle switch in the middle position, the 4 LEDs voice, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And it talks about it. But to even get to that mode, you have to read down through here. And then look at this, overlapping buttons, long hold decay, then this and that, and like car radio. That's what I want. But what? That's not here. It's not down here. Where is that? Is that here? It's not descriptive enough to be a high quality user manual. Like, I'm sorry. You need somebody, and I'm guessing it's because this dude is German, right? He probably made it himself, and maybe he speaks perfectly fine English, but that's just a guess that maybe that's kind of part of the problem. Okay, well, hell, as long as we're doing stuff, I might as well get the other two voices configured, because why not, right? Let's get it all done. This guy goes here, and this guy goes here for now. And then what we can do is go part 3, that's my hi-hats, part 4, which is the cowbell. Okay, done. Good. In the meantime, I'm out of medium length red cables. Damn you! Damn your eyes! Okay, I guess we're gonna have to use something else. Hey, dude out there. Shut the fuck up. Alright, so if I take this here guy, let's put this into channel 1. And then this is going to be... They have football practice? Okay, what the hell? Why is the hi-hat coming out of that output? And this output? See, and people are like, you gave up too quickly. No, I didn't. It's arcane and stupid. And I'm like, once I figure it out, then it's like set and forget. But until you get to that point, then it's annoying. Like, it should not be coming out of output number 1. Okay, that's the mix level. All right, man, take it easy. Okay, there it is. I think I finally got it. It's gone. So if I do the same for voice number 1, what we want to do is pan this all the way left. All right, you know what? Here's the deal. I'm going to end the stream because the people that are in the hallway shouting, like there's like a football coaching thing going on. I'm going to go yell at them or light them on fire with my mind, and probably prep for jam session. And you guys don't need to watch me get frustrated and try to punch my quad drum. That's not a fun time. So I will probably be back. Well, Friday's a definite. Tomorrow's a maybe. I don't know yet. It depends on how the day plays out. But I'm leaning towards no. It'd be nice. If I do, it'd be like in the morning. And I just grab coffee and come over here and make some music. So, anyways, thanks for popping in. Hopefully I'll get this figured out tonight, and it'll be the end of it. And I will see you soon.